What's up everybody, this is Hobbit, and what I wanted to do is make a quick video on what I think are must-have items when you camp with kids. I've mentioned my kids in several videos. I have 3 little boys, and over time I've come up with some things that I think make the trip way better for everybody involved. And if you've camped much at all with kids, you understand that, you know, if it's just adults, then you can go on a long hike, or you can be pretty active or whatever. But when you've got kids and they're accustomed to, you know, Disney Junior and everything else at home, they can go for short spurts, and then there's periods at the campsite where they get bored, or they start getting whiny, or, you know, it's hard to keep them entertained, particularly when they're younger and they can't necessarily play by themselves. So for us, there's some things that I pack for every trip, and I just wanted to share those with you guys, and hopefully it'll help you out. All right, so if you're going to be camping with some kids and you're thinking about what to pack, here's the deal. First item, just go buy a ream of paper. All right, you can make airplanes, you can draw on this, color, whatever. I mean, it's paper. You can do tons of stuff with it. And at the end of the day, if you want to, you can toss it in the fire, right? Good fire starter. Get some paper. The other thing is, go to the dollar store and just get a few things of this. It's like cheap, off-brand Play-Doh, right? If they get dirt and crap in it, doesn't matter. Throw it away, doesn't matter. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. You can, you know, you can even get sentimental and make handprints if you want, let it dry out and spray paint it or something. I don't know, but kids love Play-Doh. It's super cheap and works every time. Play-Doh. Third item, I have this little art bin, and I keep it in the camper. And what I did, and in fact I just packed it because we're going on a trip, and so I had to kind of restock. But what I keep in here is a few things, so I'll just kind of go through them real quick. The lid comes out like this, and so I just keep crayons, markers. Try not to dump this out here. Crayons, markers, and then you can see some more Play-Doh here. Just lift this out, put it on the table, and kids can get into the colors or whatever and put them back, or get into the crayons and put them back, and it's just really convenient. The other thing that I keep in here is just some pipe cleaners. I get like a couple packs of these. The kids, the boys like to make bugs and stuff, or like make little figures out of these. These are super cheap. This is a pack of 100 of different colors, and I think it was like 60 something cents at Walmart. So pipe cleaners, amazing. The other thing is I buy these little paint containers. They're just like, it's a pack of 6. It's got primary colors, and these are, you know, this comes right out of clothes. It's not a big deal if the kids get paint on them, but they can use their hands. I've got some little paint brushes in this bucket that I keep, but you know, they can do all kinds of stuff. Just to give you an example, one of the things that we do, and I actually got this from my sister-in-law, is we will like find rocks, preferably flat rocks, but we will we'll go on a hike or whatever, and one of the ways that we get the kids excited about going on a hike is they, you know, get to pick out a rock. And so this is just something that my son made several trips ago, and I'm sure when I'm older this will be really sentimental, but I mean, this is just a flat rock, and we found this down at the lake. We took it back to the campsite, and he wanted to paint his hand on the rock. So, I mean, he had fun doing that. We went on a hike, and it's just kind of a little memento. And in fact, I keep it in the camper, and I use it as like a camping hot plate when I take something off the fire. So let's just give you an example of what we do. I also keep some glue in this container. And I just pick up little things like this at Walmart, like these like googly eye things. This pack, there's 12, in this pack. But like I said, the boys like to make like little figures and stuff. I keep some little sheets of the like colored foam, and they like to cut that out in different shapes and make things. But here's the main thing. I've got 3 little boys, and I like to whittle when I'm on a camping trip. And it's just kind of one of the things that I like to do. It's relaxing. But those knives are really sharp and dangerous, obviously, for kids, and the boys always want to get into it. And so to keep them from doing that, what I do is, if you go to the craft section at Walmart, or probably at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anywhere like that, but I got these from Walmart. So you can find these little wooden figures, and they're like 97 cents, or basically $1 a piece. And so we've got a trip coming up. So I just went to the store and I just grabbed a handful of them. It's like little race cars. This is a plane, helicopter. The boys have a blast with this. They color them, or they paint them, and you know they make little. They put eyes on them and stuff, and then they basically make toys to play with when they're camping. I've also taken these and made like ornaments, and my wife gets sentimental about that kind of stuff. But the boys have a blast with this, and so I can sit and whittle, and they feel like they're kind of doing the same thing, but they're not, and it's not as dangerous, and they have a blast doing this. So this is, I mean, $5, and this will at least keep them entertained for at least an hour while they're painting it, and then once it dries, they'll be entertained with these, because they basically make toys for themselves. Something similar to the little wood figures is Walmart has these little like craft kits, and so I just picked up 2 of the little kits from Walmart tonight to use on the trip. And so like I said, I've got 3 sons, and so this was perfect. This was like $8, and it's got 3 separate wooden cars, and you assemble the cars, and then you can paint them. And so this is going to be perfect. We can sit, and I can help them put the cars together, and they'll paint them, and then they'll have a blast playing with them. So this is $8 of money, absolutely well spent. I also got another one that is it's just a little birdhouse kit, and you put the birdhouse together and paint it and all that. And so the boys will have a blast with this too, and they'll want to hang it up in the tree when we get home and all that kind of stuff. In addition to sort of kind of crafty type stuff, I always go to the dollar store and I buy a few little things like this. Some of them even stay in the camper, but often they break during the trip at some point. But in any event, this right here was 50 cents, and I've used this before. It sticks right to the top of the table in the pop-up, and at night, when we're trying to get the boys down and all that, I can sit there, and they think that this is the greatest thing ever to them. So those are some of the things that I use, and I have found that they've made our trips way easier, because it gives the boys something to look forward to a little bit, and I sort of space out the projects or the little crafts for each day, so they get excited about it, and it keeps them entertained. They basically kind of make their own toys, and it's a good time, to sit, and they're not in front of a TV, not playing video games, something like that, and we're sitting outside and doing something together, and it's something that they'll remember. So hope you think this was helpful, give you some ideas. I'm sure it's not something that's new or that you've never heard of, but these are some of the things that we use, and it works really well. Hope you like the video. As always, like, share, send us flowers, subscribe, and appreciate you watching. Thanks.